If our matriarch Sarah would walk into this room, she might be puzzled by the large screens, electric heat warming us in the middle of the winter, the cell phones found at every seat around the table. But then she would look around the room and see the dough, the same blessing being recited for thousands of years, scores of women coming together, looking to bring further meaning to their life, and I hope she would break out into a big smile and feel right at home. There are no words to describe the feeling of connection in this room, to God, to each other, and to the millions of women who have come before us. While they can't relate to the joys and the eyes of living in our time, Sarah, Rebecca, Miriam, Ruth, and Esther, and so many more can relate to the blessing of this immortal dough. This year, it is particularly special for us to gather as a community to bake challah. This year on the Jewish calendar is a Hakel year. What is Hakel? Well, during temple times, every 7 years, Jews of all ages and stages would gather at the temple. It was a tremendous display of Jewish pride and unity, and we would reaffirm and remind ourselves of the values that we all hold dear as a nation. The Lubavitcher Rebbe stressed that although we don't have a temple now, we still have the power of Hakel, and every 7 years, we put extra emphasis on communal gatherings, growing from and inspiring each other. Being a Hakel year, it is doubly thrilling to welcome each of you to the first Greater Hartford Mega Challah Bake. It's great to see so many familiar faces and lots of new ones. How did today come about? I'd like to call up Lisa Berman, who together with an incredible group of ladies put today together.
Thank you so much, Shayna. Wow. Looking around this room, filled with women of all generations, is so empowering to me. Take a minute, each of you, look around the room. Do you feel it? I do. One room with 250 plus women filled with smiles, laughter, and all brought together by the common interest of learning to bake challah. Wow, it's pretty cool. We came together today with strong hearts and strong minds, and we'll be leaving here today with even a greater understanding and the significance behind making challah. You may wonder how today came to be. Shayna approached me almost a year ago, asking me to help her to bring a mega challah bake to the Greater Hartford area. It was just a few months after my grandmother passed away. When Shayna attended my grandmother's shiva at my house, she said when she left there, she felt this incredible, warm feeling that came over her. It reminded her of the importance of strong family memories and just how much is shared through the love of food. Why this? Because she felt it by the number of homemade cookbooks that I inherited from my grandmother that were out on display and all the memories I shared from hours on end cooking by her side. My grandmother Shirley was known as Bub, not just to me, but to all my friends and family. Shayna listened to stories that I shared at my Bub Shiva and all the pictures I had of her out around my house. Weeks following, the more Shayna and I talked, she realized just how special of a person my Bub was, the typical Jewish Bubby who lived in her kitchen. My Bub's passion and love for food is where my love for food comes from. Shayna also asked about my late mom, Linda. She wanted to know if my mom was like Bub, and how did I see myself? Was I like my mom or my Bub? I quickly answered both of them. These ladies were equally strong Jewish women in my life, but in very different ways. My Bub focused everything around food, and my mom focused on everything else other than food. They were very different. And this is where the gallery, which is in the back of the room, came to be, of very special Jewish women in our lives and how they come into play. My Bub could have led all of you in today's challah baking, and my mom would have needed a personal assistant guiding her. After these lengthy conversations, I agreed to help Shayna bring today to a reality, and we quickly formed a committee that was second to none. When these ladies were approached to join the committee, all we had to say was, "Do you like challah?" And these ladies were on board. I would like to ask the committee members to please stand to be recognized for all their hard work. Please take a moment and stand if you helped. Each one of you were truly dedicated and devoted, and today is possible because of all of you. Please take, this is my last thing, please take a few moments to look through the gallery in the back of the room. For those our many ladies here today chose to honor as being a significant role model in their lives. Whether in honor or in memory, these special women are with us, in person or in spirit, and thought about each and every day in our lives. So get ready, ladies. Let's bake some challah.